Hey there! Welcome to From Inside My Book Fort. Today I'm going to read a passage from Whimsey, a novel, written by Kaye Wilkinson Barley. And that would be me. Awakening from her nap, Emma opened her eyes and watched the long, white gauze curtains float on the ocean breeze coming through the open window. She propped herself up with some of the pillows covering nearly every spare inch of the big white iron bed. Zoe had asked Emma to decorate this small suite of rooms as her own when she built the house. It had, since then, undergone a few bouts of redecorating, but surprisingly few. The small apartment here embraced Emma, and she still loved every inch of it as much as she had when she first moved in many years ago. This was proof of the saying about a home reflecting a person's personality. Anyone taking a peek into these rooms would believe the inhabitant to be organized in an easygoing, relaxed way, a lover of beauty, creative, and sentimental. Emma looked around the room, smiling. Zoe had added a few extra touches to welcome her home. She had filled one of the beautiful red pottery bottles that Maggie had made many, many years ago with white and pink tulips. A funny long stocking hung from the fireplace mantel, hand-knitted by her friend Sarah Kate back when they were still in high school. Who knew these ridiculously silly long red and pink striped stockings with handmade lace inserts at the heel and toe would be the thing to bring fame and fortune? Sarah Kate was now making them in every color of the rainbow, usually in combinations that defied human logic but seemed to work, and at the very least put a smile on your face. They each contained a little surprise tucked down in the toe. It might be a teeny hand-knitted horse or puppy, kitten or giraffe, maybe a bear or a hippopotamus. When Sarah Kate gave Emma hers all those years ago, it contained an itty-bitty sock monkey, an exact replica of a sock monkey named Sissy Frisk Sock Monkey she had kept with her since she was just a toddler. A hand-woven cashmere pink cocoon with red silk ribbon lay sprawled across the arm of the love seat. Emma looked inside, knowing she would find the little white and silver tag, handmade by Alexandra Swimming, Whimsey Island. Holding the soft cashmere close, Emma continued looking around. There was an assortment of stained glass stars made by Zoe's friend Jacob hanging in the bay window, and one of Olivia's paintings hung over the fireplace. She had copied this painting from an old photograph of all of them when they were about 6. Emma, Olivia, Sarah Kate, Maggie, and Alexandra. They had been playing dress-up in Grandmother Lilith's attic, which was full of steamer trunks and wardrobes filled with vintage dresses and hats, shoes and purses. Granny didn't seem to give a whit if the girls were dressed in Worth and Chanel. She knew that even as little girls they had a sense of responsibility about these clothes. They adored them, seemed to recognize their preciousness, and were as careful with them as they were with all the small furry creatures that seemed drawn to them. There was a gentleness of spirit amongst them, even given the fact that they were an exuberant bunch, given to loud squeals and boundless energies. They were clearly sisters of the heart, bound together by their likenesses and their differences from the day they had met. The painting showed not just 5 little girls playing dress-up, but the depths of their joy in one another, each making sure they were all equally visible, unable to be separated without a hand holding another's hand, a finger touching another's nose, one giving another's big picture hat a minor adjustment. The joy was infectious, the love was palpable. The quiet shades of white and sepia tones tinged with the palest pink was now recognized widely as Olivia's signature palette. On another wall, Emma spotted one of Grandmother Lily's vivid abstract sunscapes, this one reflecting the same pinks and golds that she had become known for. Colors and shading ranged from pearly vanilla effervescence to such vibrant intensity, it was hard to imagine them coalescing into the miracle beauty that Lilith had captured on canvas. An antique cherry dental chest with dozens of small, shallow drawers, cubbyholes, and pigeonholes sat under the painting. Inside was some of Grandfather Benjamin's jewelry. Pieces he had made especially for her, or pieces they had made together while he was teaching her the skills of jewelry, designing, and crafting. It also contained notebooks full of his designs and notes, which were every bit as precious to her as the jewelry. Emma remembered sitting on the floor with her grandfather as a girl while he showed her some of the pieces, talked with her about them, and allowed her to play with them. As she grew older, these play sessions became a little more serious and became the part of her life that opened a well. She found what she needed to do. She was at her most Emma self, as she sketched her ideas and designs, and then worked to find the most suitable materials to utilize in order to create her visions. She always felt her grandfather's hand guiding her toward the proper tool while working, the proper stones to match with the proper metal, his soft voice in her ear encouraging her to try new things. 2 collages hung on the wall over Emma's bed, done specifically for her by Zoe. There was a wealth of personal memories encased in these pieces, including an engraved invitation to her parents' wedding, a silver pocket watch that had belonged to her great-grandfather Wallace, a book jacket with the author's name, Eli Whimsey, in black script across the top of the page, much larger than the book title. It was the name, after all, that sold the books and made the possibility of this island a reality. On the low coffee table in front of the red-striped sofa were 2 large books containing columns written by her father, accompanied by photographs taken by her mother. The 2 continued to travel the world as a team, freelancing as correspondents and doing it all their own way. Some of the subjects were heartbreaking pieces related to wars and the destruction it left behind. Some were love letters they composed together to those out-of-the-way places they found and fell in love with. There were people pieces, travel pieces, even food pieces. And, of course, there were home pieces about this magical island of Whimsey.